I've never heard a woman in my life advocate that we change child support into money and the man must spend time with the kid. I've never heard a woman say that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Tequila.
That will have you Suavemente.
Yeah. You know what? I don't. You know, old Boo had gave me this. Rodrigo gave me this.
For real? You know what? Now I know where my stuff went. Who told him to be taking stuff out of my house?
Shout out to Rodrigo. He's probably in Sinaloa somewhere. Got him out of there.
Got him up out of there. Yeah, I mean, let's go to the first video. So we got
first video.
So the first video is from a podcast that says Anthony Edwards is a product of a culture that prioritizes money.
Okay, we'll see.
Do you agree? And I believe he's talking about like child support and stuff like that. And
okay.
Everything
right,
here and all that. Let's see what he says. Let's see what he's talking about. All right, man. And let Peanut kick this off, man. My little boo.
Peanut.
My little baby boo. Peanut.
Jump podcast.
Yeah. Let's go.
I've never heard a woman in my life advocate that we change child support into money and the man must spend time with the kid. I've never heard a woman say that in my life. Mm-hmm. All they've ever advocated for was more money. So if you've advocated for money, then that is the outcomes that you get. You have told men for at least 50 years that the most important thing that you can bring is money. So if I can give you the most important thing, I don't have to give you anything else. And that's what you told men. That's what makes it Anthony Edwards.
Oh,
he went deep with that. Is that true? Is that true?
Okay.
See, is it true? See, what do you
from
think?
a female's perspective? So let me just say this, and I'm not just going to say that I'm just any old female because I'm not. I am very rare.
You know you're not. Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh-huh. Also, at the same time, the females or women that I hang around, we're a little similar when it comes to our values. So therefore, for us as women and mothers, none of us have just wanted just money. 9 times out of 10, and I'm going to speak for me before I speak for anybody else. I don't want your money. I'd rather you spend time and create a relationship with your child before I don't even want you. I can take care of my kids. I want you to build that relationship because at the end of the day, especially for my sons, I can't be a father. I can be your mother. I can teach you how to treat a female from a woman's perspective based on my experiences with males and things that they have not been taught. Perfect example. I know several guys I went on dates with or whatever, and I've always been taught, like, okay, a man should be like a perfect gentleman. Open the door for you, hold the door, open the car door, whatever like that. I teach my sons that. The reason why that's kind of critical to me.
Do I lay down a coat over a puddle of water?
No, when I'm alone in my rooms. So even when it comes to like pumping gas, because you know what? Men don't do that. Like literally, I'll get somebody come, not to say that everybody got to do that, but like, show me a positive example. But my thing is like, okay, I can't fault you if you were never taught that. So, which is why I pride myself on teaching my sons. I tell them all the time, I can never be your father, but I am going to teach you how to treat a girl, a female, based on my experiences and what I have learned or things that was not done to me while I was courting men. Literally right now, like I look at my youngest son.
Did you say that you were courting men? God,
no, so here you go.
No, that's what you said.
They ain't tricking if you got it.
So while I was basically, dating is what I'm saying. So like perfect example.
You come on, can I get them skins in there?
Perfect example. Like my youngest son, he's 19. He still lives with me. So his girlfriend comes over. And literally, I'll look at them and I'll see how he'll open the door. He'll sit her down. If they bringing food in, he'll sit her down, get her a cup, and he'll put all her food out first. And I'll be like, damn.
That's because he want that dessert.
That's what I told him. But it's funny because he was because I remember saying something to him one time. I was like, well, dang. I was like, Marcus, why you ain't tell me you was. He was like, well, I wasn't thinking about you. It was just me and her on the way home, and we didn't know he was coming here.
Because you know why?
Well,
you love you to death. What? It's one thing that you
mom, you ain't. She got that good mom.
So,
you just my mom.
Yeah, you give me love and affection, but she giving me something else. So.
I can say as of now, he's still.
Yeah, you think so?
Okay, but now before I pass it on to my man right here, I want to ask you this.
Okay.
Now, back to the Anthony Edwards situation. So, but there is no time in the relationship because, I mean, come on, think about it. He's in a whole nother city. She only got with him for money.
Well, we know.
So he just obliged. You know what? You want the money? I'm gonna give you the money.
Yeah,
And he just gave her the money because that's what she wanted.
That's
the money.
true. So I do know males who have children by women, and their children are in different states, and they make the best out of the situation. So majority of the time, so let's just say I know somebody that's in Pennsylvania. Their daughter is in Florida. They can't. Florida is not right around the corner. So therefore, what he does is he'll get his daughter when it's like, an extended break. Mm-hmm. He has her the entire summer. They switch when it comes to holidays. So they have that relationship, co-parenting relationship to where they can do that. However, at the end of the day, what is he supposed to just uproot his whole life and his business and move to Florida just so he can be? No, his daughter understands. He makes sure that he speaks to her on a regular, if not every day. Yeah. So therefore, in a situation like that in another state, yes, money will have to suffice sometimes.
Well, especially if you don't want to have. I mean, he told the young lady, "Yo, listen, I don't want that child." I mean, listen.
No.
I'm not advocating for men like Anthony, but I'm just saying if a woman has the right to terminate a child, he should have the right. Like, yo, listen, I don't want a baby at this particular time in my life. I don't have nothing to do with you and a baby.
So this is what I don't
I'm gonna give you the bread.
So this is what I don't like. Okay, and I'm just gonna be completely honest.
Okay, Chief Keef. Tell us what you don't like.
When it comes to stuff like that, it takes two fucking people
to make a thing go right.
Laying down and doing the tango. Yeah. So now all of a sudden it's okay for you to have those sexual relations with me. But also,
he shot up the club.
At the end of the day, there are consequences when you are unprotected.
Yeah, I mean,
so therefore, I don't like that. I don't like that because my thing is if you knew there were consequences at some point when you're not protected, then you need to protect yourself.
I mean, he should know. I mean, listen, he know that she wanted the baby and he wanted them yams. Listen, she won. What do you think, bro? You think the podcaster got something? You think he has a point? What?
Has there ever been any legislation? Has there ever been any change.org petition? Has there been any movement or march for women to say that the courts, the government, whoever, make it mandatory that the men spend time?
No.
Exactly. So that to me shows that in the majority, I'm not talking about every situation, but in the majority, they want the money. Because why you should be in front of your local government. Not just the money. He should be ordered to spend the same amount of time as me. Because think about it. When you don't pay child support, you go to jail, right?
Oh, they take your license, they take your passport.
So why can't that same rule be applied to time? You know why? Because most of them don't care about the time. They care about the money. And again, if you got a bum baby dad who ain't got no money, then that doesn't equate. But for most men who have a good job, a regular job, and can pay whatever, I don't care if it's $100. There's not a bunch of women screaming to the top of their lungs, no, we need time too. You never see that. Never see it. And I'm talking about in the masses. So I'm not talking about individual situations. So to me, I think that over time, women have gotten okay with that child support just being money. And so you do get an Anthony Edwards. I got money. I'll give you all 18 years up front. So guess what? You never have to reach out to me. And I do believe that if a woman has the opportunity to terminate a pregnancy, then a man should have the opportunity to opt out. Because just like you said, it's two to tango. Mm-hmm. On the woman's side, they know that there's a possibility they could get pregnant, but they have the option to terminate. The men don't have that. So I feel like if you have the option to terminate a pregnancy, and most of the time it's without the men's consent, you could just do it whatever you want, and that man has no say. I feel like he is well within his right to say, I don't want to do this. I know that just like everything in life, there's a consequence to every decision you make, but we're human. You make bad decisions. It just happens. So I feel like he knew he made a bad decision. He said to her, this is not what I want. She went against his will. And now she gotta live with it
and move to, I believe, Atlanta.
She tried to move. No, she tried to move to California
to get more money. Come on,
so
that situation is a little bit of an outlier for me. And the reason
it's an outlier because it's Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, exactly, because she know he has money. So at the end of the day, it's like she's looking at it like, oh, okay, I'm set for the next 18 years.
And I think, like, I'm gonna be honest, in my heart of hearts, I think that there should be some kind of like rule. If you say you got multiple children, right? The woman has multiple children. If you ain't take your broke ass, bum ass baby dad to child support, now we have a kid. You can't take me to child support. I think that should be a rule. I don't give a damn if he don't got no money, he don't got no job. I don't care. At least it was the effort. If you put in the effort to take him to child support, cool. Then we good. But if you didn't take his broke bum ass to child support, don't come here with that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm cool off
and that's the same thing when it comes to, like, you know, with men. Like, and I hear it a lot. Like, men, like, why can't the money for child support be documented, like on like how it's spent, like the expenses? Like, how do you know what these women are spending the money on? Literally, they get that money. You never
Coming from the man's side, you don't know.
Right.
I think that the rules should be changed. It should be no money exchanging hands. It should be, okay, this is the type of lifestyle that this kid lives. Okay, say they need, we'll say a baby, say a 2-year-old. They need, I don't know, 60 Pampers every 2 weeks. I'm just making up a number. When your check hit, you got 48 hours. No, you got 24 hours from that Friday. When your money hit, you got 24 hours to buy the stuff that kid needs. Damn. And then provide it to the mother.
No, you know what? No. So you know what?
No, I mean, like, I'm using a random number, but I'm just saying, why do it have to change hands? I don't have to give you the money. I can give you the stuff, and then you go about your business. You don't need I need it for lights, and you need lights for yourself.
Yeah, you
can't have lights without you.
I think makes a good idea. So I recall when I was pregnant, I've never been like on a welfare system, but however, I did get like WIC or whatever for my daughter when I was 18. Mm-hmm. So with the WIC program, you're forced to get exactly what's on that check, nothing outside of that. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with the WIC program. Like, the WIC program gives you, I think it was eggs.
You get eggs, milk, bread,
cereal,
cheese.
Right. So it's telling you what you can get, the size you can get. So my thing is at the end of the day, when you have these kids, granted, yes, sometimes you do need assistance with, you know, bills or whatever like that. However, why can't some of the money that these men pay in child support go to what's most important, daycare, you know, and then clothing, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you.
Like, why can't it be like, you know, a gift card type system? I mean, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, go against the women, and I'm not trying to like side with the men. However, because I'm the type of person, because I always look at it from both sides. Yeah. I see where the problem is, and that's a problem because I see women, they get that money on them cards, and next thing you know, oh yeah, we buying some crabs. We buying some crab legs.
If Jerome is coming over to beat up them cheeks, I should be able to call Pico and say the light bill is on him from 9 p.m. to 6 in the morning. Cut that joint off.
I mean, listen, let me tell you something. Child support enforcement is not for the men that pay. It's for the men that, I'm sorry, it's for the men that don't pay. Yep. To be honest, period, point blank.
But all men get it though.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. Do you think a man who don't pay his child support cares if you fucking suspend his passport? Dude ain't got no passport. You think he care about his license?
You want to suspend my license?
He ain't got no license.
I'm right past the court. Y'all suspending it. All right, thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
look, that be his excuse. Oh, I can't pick up Shaquanda.
Yeah, because you got my license suspended.
You done took my child support, my license suspended.
He don't care.
I ain't got no money for Uber or I ain't got no car. So
he don't. Look, his child support debt is like damn near 50, 60,000. Wow. You think he care? He don't care. But the normal man who pay or who's struggling to pay, missed 2 payments. Man, oh my God, they threaten the shit out of you.
I've seen it where the men that actually like really working, trying to make a life for themselves,
struggling.
They be struggling, like literally, they be working to the point where it was like they working one job and the money that they get paid is more than enough. Next thing you know, child support come, and now that takes away from the household. So now they got to get a second job. And next thing you know, especially when you got them bitter baby mamas, next thing you know, they taking them back to court to increase it. And now here they go. It's like, what am I supposed to get, 3 jobs?
I mean, look, before I go to the first comment, I just want to say this before I start. If a man is paying, let's say a man paying $1,000 a month in child support, and his money is going to the mother's household, who probably has another man in the house. So she has 2 incomes plus the child support. And so say he's a single man. Now, he may be a single man, but just because there's child support enforcement, they may go after his wife. They may tax her pay.
Look, you got a lot of women who they know that they done lucked up with a good man. They got 5 kids in the house, and now here they are. They getting child support for all 5 kids from that one man. Sorry, ladies, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah, know what I'm saying.
Well, he's a damn fool for having a 5th kid by her. Idiot. and then wait a minute. And now, come on now. 30% of these men aren't the father of these children. Shit, man, you need to go get tested. Let's go to the first comment. First comment.
We go on and on.
We go on and on. This one, boy. First comment from Bell. No decent man needs someone to tell them to spend time with his kids.
That's 1,000% true. But again, I'm very big on accountability. As a woman, it's your job to do as much as possible to make sure that this man is accountable for the chance that a child comes onto this earth. A lot of women don't take the time to really dig in and see if this man is going to be a provider.
They don't care. Just like that girl from last week on that list. A man that's a good dad.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, like you got with Jerome and not even knowing. I just seen this video where the man said that most people, he said they get into situations based off of what they like, not based off of who they know. He said, so you'll like a person, but not even know who they are.
Right.
And then you just make the decision, hey, let's be in a relationship. So I put the accountability on both parties. But again, we know that most of the rearing of the child, the nurturing and taking care of, falls on the women. So you got to be more accountable not to put yourself in a situation to make yourself a baby mama. Like you have to. Unfortunately, it's just the way the world is.
Yeah. So second comment is from Auntie Olympic. Why do we have to advocate for you to want to see your kid? Pretty much around the same talking point as the first comment.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't have to. I mean, if you don't want to,
if it's a real man, you don't have to.
Yeah, leave it alone. Ladies, don't stress yourself about a man not wanting to see his kid. You know what? Leave it alone. Let that man be. You go live your life. Go find a new man.
Listen,
because let me tell you something. I know plenty females while they are pregnant. They would sit there and argue with that guy about coming around, about trying to spend time. If you doing that while you pregnant, imagine how it's going to be once that baby come. Because obviously he's showing you the signs. He don't want to be bothered.
Ladies,
he ain't interested.
I got a little gem for y'all. Just play a little April Fool's trick on him when you first get in. For like maybe the second time y'all have sex. Just play a little April Fool's trick on him. Jerome, guess what? You're not going to believe this. This is crazy. I'm pregnant. Then watch his reaction.
Ladies, get with me.
Say what? Then you know he ain't going to want to take care of that kid. So now you already know. Get you
that man you're dealing with.
Get you an IUD, DUI, a BET, a Plan B, a FLC. Get them all. So that way you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean,
look,
CID,
FBI. I can help you out with the April Fool's pregnancy joke.
Oh yeah,
okay?
yeah. We know
Queen. I had some
jokester over here, y'all.
Test for y'all.
I ain't talking about getting girls punched in the mouth. See, you going too far. Just a little saying, you can get it. You come up with an ultrasound. Now you done get girls choked out.
She come with a whole thing.
No, we're not going that far.
Yeah, damn.
Just for reaction.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the third comment. Third comment from Mars. Child support and custody are 2 separate issues. Anthony Edwards is a deadbeat because he chose to be. That's not a deadbeat because he's paying his child support obligation. He just don't want to have nothing to do with the child or the mother.
I'll say this. Child support and custody are 2 separate issues. That is true.
They are.
But He's a 24-year-old NBA superstar.
Yeah,
he does not have the time.
Multi-millionaire.
He does not have the time.
He don't.
And again, if it was a woman that he wanted to be with, it would be different. The woman would be home with the kid, and when he gets home, he would be there.
I mean, he does have a woman that he wanted to be with that is living in his house.
Right.
That also has a baby.
Right. Well, he has 4 kids within 2 years. Yes.
Yeah.
So again, he's young. He has money.
Yes.
And he comes from probably a background. He grew up with his grandmom and his mom, who both have passed away. So he probably doesn't have anybody in his inner circle that's helping him move as a man. He's still a young. He's a young guy. He's 24 with millions of dollars, and that's not where his background is. So I understand the mistakes he's making, but at the end of the day, he's not a deadbeat. The effort he puts into his NBA career, that's what he's focused on. And he told this woman up front, I do not want this kid. So you can't call him a deadbeat. To me, is a person who knows their responsibility and shies away from it. He told her from the rip, I don't want to do this. She took it upon herself to go and do it. So you got to deal with the consequences. I don't think you can blame him or call him a deadbeat. And what is he doing? He's paying the money, because guess what he could do? The money up front. He could probably keep going to court and appeal it and appeal it and appeal it.
You don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Who want to do that? He got the money.
Yeah, because the money, for him, like y'all keep saying, he's young. He's 24. He's doing what any normal 24-year-old male would be doing.
Shoot up the club. Shoot up the club.
At the end of the day, when it comes to him,
baby, he make that ass clap.
Is a target. He's a target because of that money. I ain't paying y'all no mind. Y'all just ignorant.